Yeah.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Fauzan Rahmatullah. I want to presenting about how to be a good learner for midterm in subject micro teaching, and our lecture is Miss Tiara Dian Sari SPD. The material I will be discussed is the first, what makes a good learner. The second, the differences between being a good student and a good learner. The third, what characteristics do good classroom learners share. The fourth, how important is the student motivator. And the fifth, who is responsible for learning. And the sixth, different levels. Okay, for the first, what makes a good learner? According to Marilyn, your good learners are curious. The second, good learners pursues understanding diligently. The third, good learners recognize that a lot of learning isn't fun. Fourth, failure frightens good learners, but they know it's beneficial. Fifth, good learners make knowledge their own. Sixth, good learners never run out of questions. Seven, good learners share what they've learned. Okay, the differences between being a good learner, being a good student, and a good learner. The first is stop studying after exams versus never stop learning. The second, learning from books only versus learning from the environment. The third, worrying about exams versus not worrying about exams. The fourth, being forced to study versus learning naturally or the fun way. The fifth, staying in the comfort zone versus getting out of the comfort zone. Okay, what characteristics do good classroom learners share? Suc- the success Successful students have some of the following characteristics. The first, willingness to listen. The second, willingness to experiment. The third, willingness to ask questions. The fourth, willingness to think about how to learn. And the fifth, willingness to accept correction. Okay, how important is the student motivator? When they highly motivate or afraid of failure, or they love the subject or have a particular reasons, they learn fantastically fast. Integrated motivation is more important than instrumental motivation. Positive attitudes, class participation, conscious, conscientiousness, humor, and real motivation comes from within each individual. Who is responsible for learning? The first, learning is a partnership between teacher and students. The second, as teacher, it is up to encourage students to take charge of their learning by guiding them and by being available to discuss individual plans to study. The third, but good learners don't wait to be tough. Okay, what are the different level? The first is beginner, that's who do not know any English. The intermediate, a basic competence in speaking and writing, comprehend, fairly listening and reading. Advanced, fluently communication with native speakers. Okay, the conclusion from how to be a good learner is we must want to be heard before we can be heard with the audience. Thank you. Just this for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.